Yo, what's going on, family? How we doing, man? Hope everybody had a good day today. Hope everybody made some money today, man. Hey, let me know in the comments below if you took part in our plays from last night. We came out hot, man. We came out hot. Came out hot. Some of our levels didn't get hit. We're gonna go through them. We're gonna talk about them. First thing, man. Full disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Number two, I appreciate you, family. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in every day. I'm going to keep working around the clock to bring you guys these winners, man. I'm going to keep working every single day. I'm going to keep perfecting my craft, getting better every single day. And I expect you guys to be doing the same thing, man. Don't ever just lean on your good stuff. You got to fix your flaws in this game, man. You got to fix your flaws. You got to fix, your mistakes that you're making. You got to fix everything. Everything needs to be corrected and fixed if you want success in this game, man. Just wanted to put that on you real quick, drop that on you real quick. So let's get right into our plays, man. I'm not gonna hold you guys. I've noticed I've been making my videos like probably way too long for people to be watching. So I'm gonna try to speed it up a little bit. Try to get through everything that I need to get through. So let's get into it. First one on the list. I'm not gonna. You know what? Our first three plays, man. What I say that yesterday, our plays for the week, we're going to be Apple, AVGO, and what was our other one? Help me out here, guys. Palantir. Palantir, Microsoft, and Apple. So let's get into Apple first, man. Go watch my video from last night for the levels to refresh your memory, okay? Look, I said above 234, we are going to 238. Now, on the flip side, this kind of happened. So this is an important lesson to teach you guys, man, for real. So this move happened in the pre-market. So we couldn't do anything with this play. However, let me just teach you guys something real quick, all right? Bear with me. Hold on. So this morning in the pre-market, I kept saying last night if it broke above 234, we were going to get a push to 238, ultimately go up to test 240. We didn't get that test to 240, but we did get that breakout of that 234 level, winded up coming right to our price target number one of 238 to the upside. It winded up hitting it in the pre-market and then kind of just sold off. For the remainder of the day. Didn't really sell off, but it came down, pushed down to 235, and then bounced right back up to 236.80 and ended the day at 236.70. So, not a bad day on Apple. However, the bulk of the move happened in pre-market. This is an important lesson, okay? Look, I'm gonna teach you guys how to do this correctly, okay? If our levels hit in the pre-market, we wait again until our levels are hit. We don't just buy, guys. We don't do that. We don't just buy, even though. So check it out. If you would have bought Apple, right when the market opened, it was at 238. If you would have bought Apple when the market opened a call to go to 240, you would have got burned. You would have got burned immediately because it fell right from that level and then fell to 236 and then ultimately came down to 235. So you would have been $3 in the red on that play. And this is the importance of being patient, guys. This is the importance of using a stop loss, and this is the importance of just understanding that it, stuff isn't just gonna run, right? I mean, Tesla. I'll talk about Tesla in a minute. Tesla was a freaking monster this morning. However, but we don't chase, guys. We don't chase. If you would have bought a call on Apple at 238 this morning when the market opened, you would have been cooked. And that's the importance of waiting, guys. You have to wait. If something has already hit our levels in the pre-market, then you wait. You wait to see what it does at that level, right? So I said price target number one was 238. So what you should have did, right? What you should have did, and you could have profited off of this if you played it, right? You could have waited for that 238 level to confirm either a breakdown from that level or a continuation to the upside on that level, right? This is what you have to do, guys. You have to be careful, you know? You have to wait. You got to be patient. And so you have to take our levels and trade them based off of what they do. Based off of what they do when they get to the level. I told you guys, I'm going to keep drilling it in you guys, that we don't trade in between ranges. This is how you get cooked, guys, all right? This is how you get cooked. This is how you lose money. This is how you stress yourself out mentally. This is how you, and ultimately, you're setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up to lose if you trade in between ranges. So basically, though, when the market opened and you seen that it couldn't get over that 238 level, boom, you could have rode puts right down to 235. $3 play in and out. Or you could have waited until, it came down and filled this little gap that it has between 235 and 234. Winded up flashing down to 235.12. So it didn't quite hit that level, but once again, you don't have to trade if you don't like the setup, guys. Very important. Learn this for real, because this is going to save your capital. It's going to save you massive amounts of clarity and like mental freedom. It's gonna create this if you just stick to our plan. Our plan is wait and react to the levels that are in front of us. If a level already gets hit in the pre-market, obviously we can't do nothing about that. But what do? We wait when the market opens and we see how that level reacts, right? If it gets rejected immediately and it starts to flush down, boom, we enter on puts and we ride it down to the next level of support. Easy, boom, in and out. Okay? If a level is hit in the pre-market, then we wait till the market opens to see how that level reacts. If it starts to break through that level in the upside, in the up direction, say it was at 238.20 when the market opened, it pushed up to 238.70, 238.90, and it was just moving quick. Boom, enter. You exit at 240, our next level of resistance, right? Our next take profit level. So you have to pay attention to the levels, guys. So important. And I'm going to keep drilling it home for y'all, because like I said, and I don't see too many people doing this. You got to teach the correct way, and this is what I'm doing. So look, next play, Microsoft. I said, man, if Microsoft can get above and hold 509, 510, boom, it was pushing up to our first price target of 515, and then ultimately 518 if it continues to hold that level, right? If it pushes up and holds 515, next level is 518. I said that. Boom. Where do we end the day, guys? 515.25. All right. You've seen an initial pullback first thing in the morning. First thing in the morning, it was up here. It was up here at like 510, 511. Market opened and it flushed. Actually, no, this was before market open. This was in pre-market. So it flushed, almost hit our first price target to the downside, which was like, I think I said 503 to 502. It winded up coming down to 506, 505. So I mean, we're a couple dollars off from that price target, but ultimately came back down, retested that level, and then, you know, and then flew right off, guys. I mean, pushed right back into 510, 509. Once you seen it starting to break 509, 510 again to the upside, that was your positioning for a call. That was your positioning to get in and ride the momentum, ride this thing right up to 515. First price target number one that hit. And then, you know, the fact that it closed up here at 515, you know, I'm calling for this thing to go up to 518 tomorrow. 518 tomorrow for the upside. Above 518, 520, 521. All right. But if it doesn't break above and hold 518, what do we do, guys? We buy puts at that level. We ride it back down to where it closed today, which is 515. Another $3-4 move to the downside. I mean, this thing is, you know, it's not a crazy mover, you know. So you're able to really hone it in and concentrate and control, you know, how this play goes, because it's not really a crazy mover like that, guys. You know, this stock maybe only moves $3 to $5 in a day. I mean, it's Microsoft, up at $515. I get it, but it's still like not like Tesla or, you know, like Netflix or Meta. Like, it's not like any of those, you know, the runners. This one is just like a slow and steady kind of mover, like Apple. I didn't give you the levels for Apple, so I'm going to go back to that one. But again, Microsoft, below 515, easy, right back down to 512, and then ultimately back to retest that support, which is 510. If you see it start to break under 515, above 515, 518, 520. All right, very simple. Don't overcomplicate it. And then for Apple, I would like to see Apple hold up above 335. If it continues to hold above 235, sorry, I don't know if I said 335, but I meant 235. If it continues to hold 235, I'm looking for a push back into 238, and then above 238, 240, 241, you know. But that is only above, you know, that's only if it continues to hold 235. If you see it start to get rejected tomorrow, if the market's down tomorrow, you know, if it starts to break below 235, easy short right to 234.50. It's not a, you know, a dollar move, whatever. Under 234, you see a retest at 233, and then ultimately 231. So remember what I said. If it is trading in between a range when the market opens, say it goes up to our price target number one when the market opens, or down to price target number one for the downside when the market opens, we wait to see what it does at that level, and we react to what it does at that level. All right, and then if it's trading in between a range when the market opens, what do we do, guys? Tell me. We don't trade it. We don't trade it. We wait until it comes back down to retest support, or we wait for it to break out to our next level, and then we react to what it does above that level, right? We're not trading in between ranges, guys, okay? Please, please, please get that through your head. Please understand that, because it's crucial in this game. Our next one was Palantir. Palantir couldn't get above 171. Winded up getting rejected at 170. When the market opened, came down to 167. Pretty sure I called that out in last night's video. Go check it out. So yeah, it came back down to 167. Buyer stepped in there, pushed it right back up to 170. That's where it closed the day at. It's sitting at 170.97 at the time of this video. So if it gets above 171, easy long, right into 174, and then ultimately 178. If it starts to get below 170 again, right back to 167, and then ultimately 164. Again, that big level of 164. And that's all I got on Palantir. Let me see here. CrowdStrike. All right, CrowdStrike. I said if it continues to hold 435, we're going to see a push up to 442, and we've seen that today, guys. It broke right through 442, pushed up to a high of 448, and then pushed up, broke the level. Now it is currently retesting that level of 242. It's not quite there yet. I imagine we see this tonight in the after hours or in the pre-market tomorrow. Retest that 442. If 442 holds and continues to hold, right back up to the levels we hit today, guys. Right back up to 447, 448, and then ultimately up to 452. Below 442, easy short, right back into 437, 435. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't overstay your welcome. I'm going to tell you right now, I put hold on, I'll get to that in a second. But Tesla, my gosh, Tesla pushed up in the pre-market to about 425, guys. Broke right through that 400 level, broke right through my levels that I called out, and just ripped up to 425. Ultimately hit 425 though in the pre-market, and then just like kind of trickled down. I think it actually hit 430 today. Hit 430 and then kind of just trickled its way down all the way, pretty much came back to 402. It hit on the low of today, so pretty much retraced that whole entire move. It is now sitting below resistance at 411. It did break through it this morning, but now it's back below it, retesting it currently. 411.89, above 411, right back up in 423, 425. Below 411, now you have a gap fill to 396. So be careful, be patient, wait for your setups, and get in and out on Tesla, make your money. Damn, I'm 18 minutes already. What the fuck? It's crazy. Meta winded up gaining some traction this morning, man. Meta got up, it held 755, and pushed right up, blasted through. Remember I said we're not touching Meta until it gets above this 766 level? Well, it winded up pushing right through that this morning, pushing up to 773, our price target number 2. Got rejected immediately, which means that it's most likely not ready to get over this level yet. But nonetheless, was a good trade. You could have got in at the break of 766, right up to 773, exit, boom, came back down, retested 765. Currently sitting at 764 at the time of this video. If it gets back above 766, 765, boom, easy long, right back up to the level that it hit today, which is 773. Above 773, easy long, buy calls right up to 780, 782. Below 766, again, same level, 760, and then 755 ultimately. Don't overcomplicate it. Don't overstay your welcome. And then Amazon winded up pushing up to 233 today. Got rejected. Winded up breaking through that 232 support level. Is now acting as resistance. I would like to see it get above this 232. If it gets above 232, easy long, right back up into 235. Currently trading in between a range though at 231. Our support line is at 229. So if it starts to break below 229, easy short right to 227, 225. Don't overcomplicate it. That's pretty much it. No, I think AVGO was one of our plays from last night. I'm tripping. AVGO, I said it breaks above 360. You could get a nice push back up into 370. Didn't quite get that move. Only about a $4 or $5 move. Pushed up to 365 on the day once it broke out at 360. Nice $5 move. Could have made your money. Got in, got out. I would like to see it come back to retest 360 again. Gain some traction. Come back up. Retest 365 and then ultimately 370. Above 370, 371. Sorry, 374. Damn, 21 minutes. Above 374. Price discovery. Don't overcomplicate it. Below 360. Boom, easy short right to 351. So those are our levels, guys. Those are where we're going to be attacking tomorrow. Be smart, man. Be smart. Be diligent. Get in and out on your plays. See profit. Take profit. Don't be stupid. Don't trade in between a range. Stay disciplined to this, okay? Stick to your trading plan. Have a plan. Stick to it. And dominate these levels, guys. These levels are tried and true. They're going to hit every day. Stay disciplined to the levels that we have in front of us. Don't trade willy-nilly. Don't trade in between a range. Don't trade hoping for it to go up. Don't trade hoping for it to go down. Don't trade with none of that. Use a stop loss. Be smart with your money. Don't be stupid. All right? Now, real quick before I let you guys out of here, I did not mean to make this video this long. But real quick before I get out of here, we have the Fed cut decision, all right, on Wednesday. So be looking out for that. That's going to be a catalyst that moves the market, guys. So be smart, be strategic. Wait for Fed Powell. I'm not going to be, over positioning myself this week. It's going to be a volatile week. Our Fed rate decision, depending on what they do, depending on how many basis points they cut, is going to dictate the market, all right? The market could tank, the market could rip, some sectors could rip, some sectors could drop. So manage your risk, be smart. Wait for the setups, wait for your setups. Wait for the setups that you like. If you don't see a setup you like, don't trade. That simple. It's that simple. But yeah, guys, let's dominate the game tomorrow. Let's dominate. We have our levels. Let's get busy with our levels. Let's dominate this tomorrow. We crushed it. I'm going to tell y'all real quick, man. I did take a little risk. I took a little risk position on Coinbase. I'm going to tell you right now, Coinbase it winded up holding and closing above our 324 resistance. Winded up closing above it, is now acting as support. I took a little position on it, nothing crazy, just a $100 position. Nothing crazy, but if we get a nice, in crypto and things like that, Bitcoin is going to be affected greatly by this interest rate cut. I took a little position on it just because of the technicals, guys. I'm looking at this chart and it looks like a beast. It's been ranging since July. It's just been trading in a range since July, about 2-3 months. Like, this thing is primed up. I think it's gonna rip. I have my stop loss on. I have my stop loss on. I'm willing to take a little loss on it, but I'm putting a little risk on the table this week because I like the way that this is playing out. I like what it's doing. It got up and closed above our 324 level. I'm looking to see a nice solid push up to 335, 340, and then ultimately 350, guys. So that's my little risk position. Just wanted to share with you guys, be full transparent with y'all. I I did trade Microsoft today. Once it broke over 510, I traded it to 515, got out, made my money, and that's it, man. Let's get ready to dominate tomorrow. I love you guys, man. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, man. Thank you so much, men or ladies, whatever. I got to stop saying men because there's probably some women watching. But, yeah, I love you guys. Let's get ready to dominate. And I hope you guys take part in it. Be smart, be diligent. I love y'all. I'm out.